Okay, let me see what we got. Survey says, no, that's not my secretary. And we're confirmed that's who it is. This is the one.
That's what Missy tells us.
Okay, she would have been in the back row, I believe. She could have been in the front row, second from the left, because there were a couple of blondes. And so this is out there, right? So if I show this,
yes,
it's out
there. It's out there. Yeah.
So there were a couple of folks that I think that could be, because this is about all I see of them. Is about that, they come and go, but otherwise it's mostly just the waist up.
Yeah,
and it's not who I thought it was going to be.
And by the way, their names are on them in Florida. We don't like to keep promoting it. It is JC, the JC Maxon. Isn't it? Somebody said Lacey. Yeah. Lacey with age. Anyhow, it's Maxim. That's who it was. And it's JC. Okay, it's JC. All right. So there's a PDF of the article in our chat. Missy sent a PDF of the actual article in our chat. Okay, so that's really good. And we've already invited her, by the way, just so you all know. We have sent her an invitation, both on her TikTok and her LinkedIn. So for hopefully that she'll see that we've been covering the trial fairly and well, and then she'll love to come. She'll love to come. Missy, you may have to put that in private chat because I can't find that article. I'm looking at everybody is there, and if you PDF'd it, there's so many questions. But everyone wants to know whether or not we think that that there's going to be an indictment, either or both, of Wendy and Harvey, and if so, who's first? Okay, there's the article.
There's somebody who's paid there through the paywall. Thank God.
Thank you very much for letting us use this.
Okay, can we enlarge it a little bit for those of us with?
Oh, I don't. That's her.
See, now that says Lacey.
Yeah, that's what I thought. One said Lacey,
but
and maybe
the article clearly says JC. But look let me point this out. Look how young she is, right? I told you this was very young.
Everybody is young.
Hey, thanks a lot. I'd say she's not 30. What do you think?
I can't tell.
Yeah, I'd say she's not 30. And there were only two on my list that I would put in that category of 20s. I think she's definitely in her 20s.
Yeah, and I think that's it's an interesting thing how they try to play Donna up as the grandparents, but I'm sure her grandparents aren't like that. Okay.
I don't know too many people whose grandparents are like that. Yes.
Yeah. So
let's go back to the article if we can.
Let's go back to the article. You have it. You have total control.
I don't have it. Okay. Blah 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 and blah blah blah. That's more background on the story. See, this does say JC. Why she has her own page that says Lacey, I don't know. Identified herself as the foreperson, said she led the deliberations and delivered the unanimous verdict. Now the trial is over. I'm free to talk about all of this, she said on the video. So she posted a video. My mind is just absolutely blown. If you have questions, let me know because I can finally talk. Well, there you go. And Missy's all over this. So if we can get her, we'll get her.
Yeah, and she said, and she labeled her the matriarch mastermind, and that's exactly what Georgia did for that whole first, really 3-4 days of that trial, to show that she was the mastermind. Really, I mean, it was actually the whole first 2 days was that she's a mastermind. She's John, John the Don Gotti. I mean, of her family, and she controls everything, and that's exactly how we've been talking about this case.
Here's the evidence that convinced her. Okay,
all right, let's go. Let's look. Let's read.
Honestly, there was so much. She is a smart woman, which is why she avoided being convicted for 11 years. I'll answer vaguely, but I may need to do a separate video talking about this if enough people are interested. Oh, yeah, there might be one or two. Moving on, Rob's testimony, telling, all of her code, telling, all of her emails, text, calls, indicating how power hungry she was. She meant it when she said that Daniel Markel wasn't going to beat the Adelson family. The script, from Drina, if she were to be a witness for Donna, and the script for Wendy, that she wanted her to testify on it in Charlie's trial. That's interesting. The extortion story is very cleverly bull. Very clearly bull. As the foreperson, the final point I brought up that cleared up some confusion. She really sounds like she took charge. I'd like to hear from some other jurors to see if they concur. Confusion from the other jurors was the wiretap video of Charlie and Catherine at Dolce Vita. Yeah, what a mess. Sweater Vest did the best he could, especially the part toward the beginning when Charlie said, my mom hasn't told my dad anything. He would lose it, or whatever he said exactly. He wasn't talking about the bump. It was about the murder. There's no denying that. So is there more? She got more? Another question. Did the defense ever convince you she might be innocent? When they mentioned that there's evidence that the state's Donna thought her son was being extorted just 2 months after the murder, I questioned myself, like, maybe I missed something. But we talked about it and confronmed that it was not in evidence. It was part of Charlie's testimony. So that sparked a little, but it ended up not being bearing any weight. That makes it sound like if Charlie had testified, they might have been more interested in that.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Had the jury heard anything about the case prior to sitting in on the trial? While she acknowledged posting on TikTok during the trial, when the court was not in session, she said she never sought out or bumped into stories about the case. Not a single
personal things, right?
Yes, not a single member of on the jury knew anything about this case. That's so hard to believe. Before being selected to serve on the jury, did the jury find divorce lawyer Linda, not this Linda, Bailey's testimony offensive as she denied the contentiousness of the Adelson-Markell divorce? Yes, I believe all of us had something to say about that. The way she kept avoiding answering the questions from Georgia Kappelman, the prosecutor, really ticked me off. Like,
look at how she calls Ms. Kappelman Georgia.
Yes.
First name. She feels comfortable with it.
That's what she came off as. That's such a gift. Really ticked me off. Like, $80K isn't a lot to who? You, the one who's a super lawyer. I kept saying, every time I mentioned her name, I said, she did graduate with honors. You may remember she graduated with honors, and has been for the last 37 years, Miss Ma'am. Do you think Wendy Adelson is involved? I agree that she was part of this in some way, shape, or form. She insulated herself from the co-conspirators way too well. She plays dumb, the coquettish little one, so well. Looking at the evidence, testimony from her brother Rob and her ex-boyfriend Jeff, I think she provided info to the other conspirators to try and set Jeff up to keep her family out of the light. I think the state is going to do everything they can to charge her with something. I just wish we knew when.
Exclamation point.
Get in line. I know she's panicking after the verdict was delivered last night. I think they have enough evidence to convict Wendy for accessory, possibly even conspiracy. But they haven't done it yet because they needed her to testify in Donna's trial first. It's a domino effect. I even believe they should be able to convict Harvey for accessory. He knew and didn't do anything about it. He just went along with Donna and kept quiet. Neither Wendy nor Harvey, her father, has been implicated in Markell's death. So that's very insightful, and it sounds like for, a younger person, she definitely had a grasp on the key issues in the case and wasn't buying the, as she called it, bull. Oh, there's another question.
Yeah, there's more. Okay.
How did the jury come to such a quick decision? We went over everything several times because this is a big decision, and this is serious. We all took our jury duty very seriously. Like, this isn't just fun and games. It is someone's life, and it's the law, and we all took it very seriously. At about the 3-hour mark, once we got moving and grooving, we voted several different times in several different ways. People were still talking, just, sharing their thoughts with each other about the case and whatever. I was passing out pieces of paper for everyone to write their final verdict down. Then I emptied one of the little containers we had for our snacks and had everyone put it in there. I did this because I want people to write down what they honestly feel and think based on the evidence and the law provided, and without feeling pressured to go along with what everyone else is saying. All 12 pieces of paper said guilty.
Wow, what a great foreperson she was.
It was such a wild experience. So she didn't have a straw poll, right? When they first got in there, right? They jumped into it, and not until they were at it for 3 hours did they actually vote.
What a great foreperson.
Yeah.
What a great foreperson.
Yeah.
Wow.